is going on? So we're going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier today on Sunday Funday. We got special guests that came back. We got Spooky in the house. So we'll go ahead and introduce Spooky first. What's going on, brother man?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me. 2 weeks in a row. What's going on here?
Yeah, man. Welcome. Like I said, you're always welcome to join us. It's always a pleasure to have you, my brother.
Oh, for sure. Thanks for having me.
All right.
What's going on, comic fan? How's it going, guys?
What's going on, J1?
Let me take a guess. You started and I wasn't here.
I suppose.
To give a little warning, just a little
warning. All right.
It's gonna be a great time. I'm enjoying the heck out of the show. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, man. Big Baby should be might be joining us shortly. So, what's going on, VK, Papa Willie, Ruben Guzman? All right. Next up, we got Brother Man Cat 60.
What's going on, man?
Not much. Just work.
That's good.
And talking comics, you know.
Yeah, man. I am totally freaked out about that new book I just got. I mean, it just freaking is. I mean, it just sold out like instantly.
Yeah, man. Should be wild. Wild.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about the next batch stuff.
All right, man. Anything you want to drop on the community before we go ahead and get started?
I just dropped some kids off at the pool.
Did they drown?
Well, they're not here anymore.
Oh, shit. Well, damn. All right. Who we got? This is this guy.
What's up, everybody? How's it going, comic fam?
My bad. That's more like it.
Oh my
What's going
God.
on,
Cam? Oh my God. Well, I wasn't gonna say anything, but Mr. AM is out of this topic. He has not watched one episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I didn't know. I wasn't prepared. Sorry. I didn't make this topic.
So he's out. I'm just kidding.
Who made the topic?
Cam.
Hey, that's why you didn't pay attention. That's why.
How do you guys decide?
We decide like the next day afterwards, but since he's been busy going back and forth with like Image and Scout this week, I let him slide that he was Mr. Forgetfulness for the show. But usually he has the whole show on wrap. It's just that we've been going back with a couple of artists and a couple of people to do a couple things done. We'll let him slide this time. We'll let him slide.
You know what? I'm gonna create a topic.
Coming through, Spooky.
I'm gonna create a topic that you know nothing about.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you on Saturday.
I'm ready. You can give me whatever topic you want. I will make my homework.
Yeah.
Well,
dude,
you know, it's just like us. You know, we never know until we get here. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
that we'll go ahead and blame that one on Cam.
Yeah, nobody said anything to me, but I'm good.
J1 came out with the topic. He was the one that wanted to talk Captain America. I thought everybody was on the same boat.
We probably would have if we were told.
CJ, whenever it's a topic that you like or me or we come together in, buddy, nobody comes together. It's all nobody told me. I didn't know the subject. AM fell asleep.
How am I always asleep? I just want to know. All right.
Because
Let's
usually
take the picture of KM down. You know that.
when we're IGing in the morning, we usually either wake up Cat 6 or you.
Cat 60's always out here drowning cats and shit. So,
Dude, you never wake me up. I'm up at freaking 6 o'clock every morning.
No, you're right. 60 is the only one that responds to all of the messages, good or bad. He'll either tell everybody to shut the hell up or he'll join in the fray.
sounds about right.
Oh, I'm a grumpy old man. What can I say?
All right. Without further ado, we can go to get it started. So we'll start with the bum of all bums, Cam, since this is his topic, and Big Baby should be joining us shortly.
Were you able to send the link to Smiley Tori just in case?
Yeah, she said she's still at work. If you were listening, again.
Oh no, I wasn't. I barely got home.
See, there we go again. She'll probably try to join us shortly here in a few moments if she can.
Hey, all right. Well, I was gonna start off. Don't start off with me. We're gonna start off with J1, but you can bring it to me. So, episode 1, and episode 1 and episode 2, kind of like gave us the idea that Falcon wasn't ready to take the mantle, and it was a good way for us to get John Walker with him giving up the mantle and them going after a different Captain America and all that. From issue 1 and 2, let's just stick it from issue 1 and 2, Jake. What did you think so far from the transition of the Falcon not wanting to take the mantle to basically giving what he did kind of set up the issues 3, 4, and 5, basically for his.
Oh yeah.
In my point of view, not taking the mantle, but we'll get into that sauce later. What you think about issue 1 and 2, and we'll go down the panel.
Well, 1 and 2, right? Let's see. Just start from there, like you said.
Yes, sir.
The you knew that he wasn't going to take the mantle. I mean, you knew it, and because is that we needed to start bringing in all these other characters that have done and been Captain America throughout history a little bit. Now, do I think by the end of this he's going to have it? Yeah, but that was the whole. They had to bring in all these other characters that have played him. I mean, it leaves a lot of openings for different comics to spec on and everything else. It's kind of nice.
Did you like the whole John Walker character, or you thought it was kind of like, what did you think? I liked him. I thought he gave the whole kind of like he wasn't there, but he was there sense, and then you can just see that it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger on his shoulders, and we'll get into the sauce later. But yeah, that to me, what did you think about him?
I think so. From sticking in the beginning of the episodes, I think he was beyond proud and humble at the same time that he was taking up the mantle of Captain America. I mean, honestly, when he was carrying on that tradition, that namesake, I mean, no matter how you look at it, throughout the history of comics in the U.S., Captain America has always been Captain.
Orange.
Oh, they're going to have oranges? Oh, okay.
Get up in here, G-Ho.
I don't remember oranges in the show.
Yeah, was it the end of episode 1?
Yeah, that was at the end of episode 1.
Everybody got oranges.
Sorry, I think they might have forgotten that I was live in here, and
they're refreshing and a good source of vitamin C. So I get it.
But I thought it, like, the premise for it was great. Honestly, I mean, I think it set up everything nicely. I really do, because you could tell all he wanted to do was to be a good guy and to try to fulfill the role of being Captain America. Honestly, that's what I felt. What about you? What did you think?
All right, just one moment before we continue.
Oh, yay.
Yo, what's up, comic fam? How's it going?
What's going on, brother?
Wonderful.
Great. It's
Now
Hey,
that the
Kevin.
baby's in here,
what's
let's
up?
get the party started. All right, Gio, I'll be messaging you shortly.
All right, Geo too.
So can I
man,
say something?
it was great. And take it straight over to Kat.
Yes, sir. Go for the cat. Yup.
I think Sam's a pussy, man. I would have had the wings, the shield. I would have gotten everything I could have gotten and just gone batshit crazy.
Where's my Thor's hammer, right? Where's my Thor's
yeah.
hammer?
Yeah, get the hammer, the surfboard, get it all. Just be the guy. Now he's, he I guess he kind of did the right thing in a way, but he gave it back to the government basically. I mean,
Yeah.
and I didn't like that idea. Just him as that. What's up, Biho? I didn't like that idea basically at the beginning, that he gave it up, and that created the the douchebag getting the shield. And I don't know, man. I guess he was just a veteran. He was crazy though.
Well, yeah, but you didn't know it in the beginning.
No, you didn't.
I
But
kind of got it on episode 2. That's what I was going to tell you, Jay.
oh yeah, right on episode 2, man. I mean, you could tell there was something wrong. That guy was off.
When is it Haskins? Is it Haskins? I don't want to fucking mess up the name. Is it, or what's his partner's name?
Hoskins, right?
Hoskins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to. When he was trying to reel him in episode 2, like, no, dude, like, it's just this can be it, And he was so proud of him, and you can see like he was just sweating it and like, yeah, but da 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 da, and it's like you can start seeing it from episode 2. Like, wait, I don't think this guy's gonna be able to control this shit. But I was wrong. My bad. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say that Captain America, the U.S. Marshal version, is an anti-hero, and that's what Captain America became. And he was always like the guy, the good guy. I mean, even at the beginning, he could pick up freaking Thor's hammer because he was pure and he was righteous, So, the U.S. Marshal is just a douchebag.
I can tell you who can't pick it up.
But you know what? I it kind of makes me wonder. Sam seems to be a really good guy, and here's I have issues with all of Disney. I mean, I really do. I don't want the wokeism. I just want the storyline. But I get it. There's supposed to be, and it kind of goes both ways because there's some other sides of the story too. So I kind of like this story. The premise that he didn't take the shield when he was told to. I mean, Captain America told him, basically this is yours. He knew he earned it. He should have taken it. And I can tell you, just jumping way forward, that's what the whole setup is. He's gonna have the shield. He gave up the wings. So we're gonna, is that all gonna take place next episode or something? Or I don't know.
Might be wrong, but I think he still keeps the wings.
Yeah,
he already gave them up. He already gave them up, dude.
Oh, he gave him up because he was gonna take the mantle. But I think that in that box, I think the Wakanda people got down on a sick ass suit with the Captain America emblem. I think they're gonna go with the whole Winter Soldier, Captain America. I mean, Falcon Winter Soldier comic book where his suit changed a little bit and he was wearing when he was wearing the shield, and I might be wrong, but I'm hoping to get that outfit out there. Any my bad, who hasn't gone? Spook?
Oh, yeah, I'm on the same page though. Yeah, I'm on the same page though. I think he's getting a vibranium suit in the last episode here.
Yep. And what did you think so far of episode 1 and 2? And we'll get into the 3, 4, and 5 kind of together because they kind of like go in together. But what did you think of episodes 1 and 2?
I think obviously, yeah, 1 and 2. I think we're pretty much in agreement as far as having the series set up, right? Like Sam not feeling worthy about the suit was probably a good way to go. But then, what's this? Wyatt Russell, right? Is Kurt Russell's son is playing John Walker. I think this dude's killing it as far as his character acting. Like, I mean, first episode, you think he's doing he's doing the righteous thing because he's a good soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're finding out like, oh, just because he's a good soldier also like doesn't make him a good man potentially too. So we're finding the cracks in that, especially that second episode, right, where he's like starting to kind of lose it a little bit, but his buddy's there to kind of like keep him on track. So I think, yeah, just the way they're kind of building out that character is great. I hope they don't get rid of him after the series. That's for sure.
Oh no, yeah.
Obviously, I don't want to jump ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna kind of keep it into episode 1 and 2. That's why we're gonna just skim over 1 and 2 easy. Another thing that I was gonna get into with just so we can get into the real sauce. 1 and 2 kind of also gave us, and this is where Big Baby is going to come in because me and Big Baby were talking about this on the background a little bit. I kind of like Baron Zemo, how they got him out of jail. It was a little twist, you know what I'm saying? I like the whole
the dance moves.
You know what I'm saying? It kind of brought back some of the X-Men vibe. But that was on episode 3, so let's keep it with 1 and 2. I kind of really did think that it was a good idea for them to get involved like that. Like it kind of like it kept them away from Walker and Hoskins, what they were doing, and it kind of showed them also too I kind of really did like it that they weren't accepted at the beginning, like, and that's kind of like cool. Like he thought he was going to be accepted, and I think it was getting to him that maybe he was accepted by the popular people, but he wasn't accepted by the heroes or any of the people that came back. And I think to him, it was eating at him. Not only that, but even like the regular soldiers from Wakanda were whooping that ass. So it felt like it started to get to him a little bit during the end. But yeah, my bad, Jiho. Let me get you in there.
That's all good, KM. Thanks for having me here. Anyways, I think that with Captain America and U.S. Agent, I think they're pretty much the archetypes of what it meant to be successful in America and not really getting to the trenches of its own culture. So what I'm trying to get to is that U.S. Agent, he expedited that sort of course where you were thinking that he was going to be the nominal candidate. He was going to be the perfect golden boy, if you will, golden child of someone to carry on the U.S. mantle, right, to represent its values and principles. But eventually he gets corrupted because he just thought he deserved everything without having to earn that kind of respect. But then we see the same thing. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, you were right. Right on the money, buddy.
And then when we see the same type of evolution, even though it's going to be pretty gradual with Captain America, right, where we see, first of all, he embodies everything that's pure about America. And then once you get into his psyche and understanding like who he is as a character, with each iteration, each film, especially with Winter Soldier, especially with Civil War, you see how he starts to question everything that he used to stand up for, right? And I think the reason why he gave the shield over to Falcon initially was to rectify one of America's mistakes, right? Which makes episode 5 stand out, to make that sort of transition happen. So we get to understand what Captain America was trying to do, among many other things that they're trying to demonstrate through the transition of the shield.
Oh shit! Damn, Jiho, you brought it a little bit bigger. I wasn't even thinking about it in that way at the end when you brought it in together, bro. That actually made sense when you talked about episode 5.
Yeah, Yeah, America has a lot of mistakes, as we all know. And I think it just goes on to show you that it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. What is it? National pride will eventually become defeated because you start to believe in all these pure ideologies that don't necessarily permeate anywhere else. Like every country has its own flaws. And the best way to sort of solve that or resolve it, to that matter, is to work through one of its sort of mistakes that had happened, through one of its issues. That's my viewpoint.
Nice. Now, Big Baby, before we get into the next episodes, your thoughts on episodes 1 and 2, Big Baby?
I think episodes 1 and 2 was a great introduction into the characters Falcon and Winter Soldier, but also Baron Zemo. And predictions. My prediction is more than the Thunderbolts after episode 5, which I'm not going to touch base on right now.
Yeah, Thunderbolts all the way, man.
But I think there's a lot more
Fair,
than that.
fair. But it's good. That's where the sauce comes in. You're fair, Big Baby. You're fair.
Let me ask you a question. Episode 6 is the last episode. Am I mistaken?
No, you're right.
Okay. I think one of 3 major characters are going to turn out in that episode. I'm not going to say right now. I'll say later on.
Yeah, I believe in that too. Like the whole thing with the Super Soldier program, that bleeds in nicely with the X-Men sort of culture. It was never supposed to be like mainstream, right?
I'm thinking it's either going to be an X-Men, a Thunderbolt, or something that has to do with Falcon.
Well, eventually, wouldn't that shit lead to Weapon X, man, and like the Wolverine projects, where all the way to Weapon X-23?
I'm thinking either Wolverine and or Omega Red is going to come in like the black suits and make a cameo.
Right.
In,
I don't.
So 6.
Yeah, well, the Russians are in because of Black Widow and with the Winter Soldier. You're right. Hydra's still in. You're right, Big Baby. One of those motherfuckers can connect the whole dots.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's Weapon X. I mean, there's a reason why those books are right now spiking in value.
Oh yeah.
You know what, dude? This is reminiscent of WandaVision. You can spec all you want. It doesn't matter what you spec unless you have some insider information. You know, you understand who's being casted or whatever. Because in the end, they're going to bring in and create the story however they really want.
Well, that's when we talk about
they could bring in freaking Porky Pig. Who cares? It's we got to wait for the story to come out. I mean, we could predict. I mean, I see people predicting Thunderbolts big time. Thunderbolts seems to be a real heavy spec on this.
Well, that's the premise of this sort of talk, right? Is to like have our own ideas and understand like where this can all go.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, and it could go that way. The problem is that these people build the show based on their timeline and how they want to make it. It doesn't always follow the storyline. You know, Madam Hydra's in play now, but you know, and everybody was specking Omega Red. You know, is Omega Red going to come out in 6? Who knows? I mean, remember Mephisto? It's got to be Mephisto. It's got to be Ultron. It's got to be this person. It's got to be that person. It was none of them. You know?
But I think that was like the missing element as to what the comic book industry has been lacking. A lot of what we've been going through with our generation has been binge watching, and then now that we have to wait a week, just like how we did back in the 90s with a TGIF and whatever else, we get to talk about this. We get to like ideate. We get to be kids again. We get to use our imagination, just like have these sort of like discussions, and that's what's pretty cool. And look, sure, people are buying books left and right, and me as one to buy Omega Red, but it's kind of like just gravitating towards the reason why we're enjoying comic books, like for the people that like to collect.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think it's really cool the way that they've made these shows where you're actually watching. It's been a way that people don't really care about the show until there's like 3 or 4 seasons, and then you can just sit there and watch show after show after show. But this is kind of brought it into just like when I was young, we used to watch shows every week because there weren't any reruns. When the show comes out, you watch the show or you miss the show. And if they had these types of storylines, man, it would be all messed up because you miss one episode and you're lost. There is no going back. So
I think you just hit it on the button, 60. And Jiho, you kind of guys touched on it separately. I think, dude, I haven't been watching these kind of shows in a long while. Like I haven't, like you said, man. Like the last time that I really watched the season when I was watching it weekly was The Walking Dead, and it's because the beginning 4 seasons I was at the edge of my seat watching that show. This brought that back to me. I'm at the edge of my seat waiting for next week's episode. Same thing after. You know what was kind of though that we made a mistake though, 60? It was cool that we made a mistake, but we brought it up. Nobody gave WandaVision a chance until episode 3. I didn't do this with Captain America. I went straight into Captain America. I'm straight into the Winter Soldier. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier straight into it because I was like, nah, I'm not gonna miss an
Yeah, but
episode.
that's because freaking the Winter Soldier didn't start out freaking 1940s black and white.
Oh, that
No,
too. It started off with some action.
I'll tell you why.
It started off with some action. You're right on that one, Jay.
90% of the people that love WandaVision didn't like 1, 2, and 3. And as soon as the action started coming out, they started to get back into it. Well, a lot of those people turned towards the end going, wow, this was actually pretty freaking good. They're not going to want to miss the next whatever. That WandaVision actually created that environment where people would, look at Big Baby. I think even Big Baby kind of got on board with WandaVision towards the end.
Yeah,
and he was totally against it.
I still hate that.
I agree with you. I think that, like with a lot of TVs, like TV shows, we need some sort of like action. We need something that's nail biting, because the approach that they took with WandaVision was much more like aligned with Shakespearean approach, right? Where the soliloquy was awesome back in the day, and just the prose that they used. But then the general audience wasn't into that. They were just into sword fights. They were into like carnal sex. They were into just drug abuse and whatever else. So I think in a way, people were just looking for that escape, and they just couldn't get into it because it was just well written from the very get-go.
Yeah, I think that first episode of WandaVision, I'm sitting there watching it going, okay, there's gonna be a turn or a twist at some point, and you really don't get that until like the final like credits, where like you see the notepad, right, and that they're being watched, and it's until that point nothing really crazy happens until that last like moment in that whole entire episode. So I think, just the patience of people kind of just like waned on that first episode or two, just trying to see what the hell was going on.
Yeah, the shock and awe, right?
Well, the shock to me was that they would actually put out a show like that, and as I'm watching it, I'm like going, wow, that's I used to watch those kind of shows. I'm that old.
Can we touch on one thing though, guys? What do you guys think about both WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier both touching after what do they call it? The blip?
Yeah, the blip.
Okay. So what really see this because you don't even know what we're talking about. And you don't even know what the hell we're talking about.
What's going on, Captain? Appreciate you coming out and filling in our story.
Happy birthday.
I just wanted to go ahead and introduce you before they continued. I appreciate you coming out, my man.
Ahoy, mates and mermaids. How we doing tonight, guys?
It's a pleasure.
What's up?
Feel naked without my captain's hat on, but whatever. You guys are all no faces, so
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Thomas? See you in the chat, brother. Hey, Cap, have you seen any of the Falcon Winter Soldier episodes, or are you missed out?
oh no, I've watched them all, and I was listening to you guys talk about Wanda too.
What is your opinion on the first part of the Cap, boss? Give it to us, man.
I like it. I really do like it. It's a new story. Same thing with WandaVision. It just something that's going to build into something else, to something else, to something else. That's what they're doing to us now. But I like the stories. I like the way they're going with it. The whole blood on the shield, that kind of just like, that was a big shocker for me.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, so let's start getting into the sauce of it. So right when he starts going crazy, man, and you can just see that. Well, first of all, let's touch on the young people too. I thought it was going to be an organization, that it was going to be part of this. So watching a bunch of like a teenager and then a bunch of rebels, it kind of did felt like, they kind of touched on it, like during the French, like when the French were trying to keep their thing going during the Nazi invasion and all that. They kind of touched on it. That's what they were bringing it as what they were doing, in a sense, that's what they were taking arms, because they're saying one world, one unity. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're about, right? So what did you guys think, that it's a mixture of teenagers and adults? Because that's where a group like that would really be at. It shocked me. I thought it was going to be like some organization. I thought it was going to be like not Hydra, but some other big time corp. And I got really thrown out of left field when it came to seeing that young girl with a bunch of random dudes. What did y'all think of that?
I think you nailed it on the head. I mean, it was kind of French-like. I mean, she was representative like a Joan of Arc in a way, right? She was ready to die for her cause. But I think Captain nailed it on the head about the whole blood on the shield. We wouldn't have seen that or be thinking about that within MCU. It's like Batman using a gun for the first time, and any kind of movement, it's always usually by the younger generation, because they have more faith and they believe in things ardently more than people that have experienced life and come to accept the ugly truths.
It's not the first time that we've seen the shield used like a stabbing weapon, because Steve Rogers, remember with Iron Man?
Yeah, he keeps pummeling Iron Man, right?
Yeah, so that's actually, granted there was no blood on that one. It's same principle. He could have killed. It
was more PG at that point, right? Yeah. Sure, you're pummeling somebody, but then he wasn't out there to draw, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe wasn't to make it gory,
That's when he dropped the shield.
Right.
Because he realized he overstepped. He went too far.
And the U.S. agent just picked it back up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but that girl is that girl is Flag Smasher, or is that?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Who is she, man? Am I missing something? I don't know. I don't know her or remember any of this from the comics. Anybody want to shoot a? Anybody has any knowledge on that?
I think it's his daughter, Flag Smasher's daughter, because don't they have the same last name?
That is
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Good call, Captain.
Good.
I just remember from Solo being part of Empis Nest or something.
But she's not French. She's Irish or Scottish or something, right?
I know she's British.
I don't know if she's British. The accent's kind of, maybe she's English in real life, but some of the accent kind of sounds more Celtic, more Irish, more Scottish. An Irish or natural rebels. So
Now, one of the things that I really didn't understand was why he blamed, like, why did the U.S. agent take that out with saying that the guy that he killed was, oh, my bad, that was just so he can get maybe a chance to continue to be Captain America, right? That's why he said that was the dude that killed Hoskins, because I mean, even Bucky and Falcon know that it was the girl that killed Hoskins. There was like at least 3 or 4 people in the room. I mean, nobody's gonna take Zemo's word. Nobody even cares about Zemo. but, but, but I mean, at least the Falcon was there, dude. I mean, it was funny, dude. Like when he's like, "Oh man, you're gonna have to give up that shield." And he's all like, "Nah." Now we already know on the end of episode 5, he starts building his own shield. So we all know it's not gonna be as strong. What do you guys give it a rank of 1 to 10? What do you guys give that shield? 3. Cam's giving it a 3. That's right. I say by probably maybe a couple swings and it breaks. Yeah, I don't see anything. I don't see anything big on that. There's one more episode left, so I think it's gonna get broken in the next episode. So he's just building it for nothing.
Yeah, I think I've seen better shields made at Comic-Con.
right. Yeah, he could have just gone to his LCS and gotten one. Seemed like he's putting a lot of effort into building that.
But that's also him wanting the shield and part of the shield and becoming, because he is like, I'm Captain America. That's can't be Captain America without the shield. That's kind of like the symbol with it,
Yeah, and you can't have the fake shield, so he's gonna go after him one last time. So yeah, I think in the box is gonna be his new outfit. I think he's still gonna have the wings. But Big Baby, how do you see now that we're talking? How do you see the whole Thunderbolts? Go ahead and give your spec. How did you feel it?
Honestly, I don't think they're coming yet.
Oh, you don't think they're coming now?
No.
What made you change?
I've been reading and I've been hearing a lot either about Wolverine or the whole Fantastic Four. This is news to me.
No, I get you, Kat, when we're saying we're going over here specking, but the only reason that I get that we're so out of time and out of whack is because Disney's getting all of the rights right now. Disney was the ones, everybody had a chance to get it going. Fox blew it. They didn't, so their rights are not going to, we already know about all that. So I think the only reason is because I think Disney was trying to play the game where they were going to just wait everybody out, wait to absorb everybody in, and I still think we're gonna get Secret Wars, but it's all out of sync though. It's like I know what you're saying, Kat. The timeline is not the same. Now it's their timeline against our timeline that we know as collectors, as history. So that's a good question to y'all. Are you gonna care about the new timeline, or because we all know we still haven't seen the Silver Surfer. We maybe just touched that, and we haven't seen Fantastic Four. We're gonna get the X-Men. We're gonna get all of these people in, but the timeline's all over the place, man. I don't even know how they're gonna tie in Wanda with Magneto and them if they do. I don't even see it. But what do y'all say?
We got Loki coming next, right?
Right.
I think Loki's coming next. Why are they running these shows in this way? I
To mess
mean,
us up. Our brains.
I see they got to move 3 or 4 shows at the same time, bro. All of this one show is killing me.
well, really, honestly, I mean, every show so far has to deal with Avengers. Every show, without any question, it deals with Avengers. I mean, you got Vision, you got Wanda and Vision, you got Captain America, you got Loki coming next, which his brother's Thor. So I mean, Avengers seems to be a big a big deal here. I mean,
There's
even
actually, go ahead, Spooky. Sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead, man.
I think there's actually a pretty sweet transition from Avengers to X-Men because, I mean, the whole thing with Madripoor, the bar that Wolverine used to check out, I mean, all the subtleties are there. And I think that's the great thing is that you don't just go from Avengers and then automatically go full swing into Fantastic Four or X-Men. I think the transition that you could see the heroes that we're used to watching on the big screen and having them visit the scenarios that we see Wolverine, we saw maybe Fantastic Four be a part of, makes it much more fluid as opposed to just separating the two together. I think it was needed.
Yeah.
I agree with that
there
too.
There was always spec with X-Men in WandaVision. I mean, that.
Oh my God! Do you feel like an Avengers versus X-Men, dude? Oh man,
okay,
that cheap book would blow the hell up, bro. X-Men versus Avengers.
Talking about it.
Oh my God, that would be so awesome, bro.
It's AVX.
That's kind of where I'm leaning toward because if you remember right, what's her name? Van. I can't ever say it. So, the one that sat between Captain America and his wife. What's her name?
It's easier to say Lady Hydra.
Yeah, Lady Hydra.
Yeah.
But if you remember right, in the comic books, she was married to Nick Fury for a while, and then it comes to find out that she's Mystique. She was Mystique. So, is that a tie-in to the X-Men? Is she actually Mystique? So many specs on there. Everybody thought Mephisto was going to come out on WandaVision too,
Ultron as well.
Right.
The funny thing about Mephisto though, and I knew Mephisto wasn't coming in. Disney couldn't bring Mephisto in. There's no way. Even though he's part of that story, they have a huge market in areas that wouldn't allow the materialization of demons. So they wouldn't allow Mephisto to come in. I don't think you'll ever see Mephisto on Disney. Even if he plays some major role, even with the boys, he did play a major role with them. Disney can't mess up their market because they're treading on thin ice as it is over in the States. I mean, they won't jeopardize some of their market just for a low end, like a low billing. Let's just say it that way. Mephisto wasn't some major player. So.
Since we're kind of specking a little bit, how many young Avengers have been kind of introduced now through this show? Right, because we got Wicked and Speed, and then Isaiah's grandson, right, is Patriot. So, and then Stature, right, is already in the MCU. So I'm kind of wondering, is Young Avengers, right, the big spec also on this one?
Well, yeah, you can say that they can be like a new team because, I mean, for a minute, it's true. For a minute, the Avengers get old. In a sense, that's where they try to bring in the new Avengers and the young Avengers and the all new different Avengers just to spice up the rotation. And then we get the original Avengers back. I think the MCU is going to probably play that same type of timeline because that's an easy money grab. I mean, you take away the team for a while, you start bringing in all of these new Avengers, and then bam, you bring the original team. I think that's a good way for them to bring. I say because there's no way that Captain America is gone. The original Captain America. I still think we have him in the MCU because he still had the reason the thing that I keep telling myself and keep thinking the reason that the old Captain America stayed back and went to go live doesn't mean that another that the original Captain America who was him didn't get frozen or anything. The timeline still played out.
Hey, put Thomas's comments up there. Yeah, so he's also saying, the cartoons and stuff. Yeah, I mean, this is another thing that we're kind of not thinking about is all the spider stuff. I mean, you've got Spider Verse. You've got all the new female spiders that are out there. I mean, this is they have a lot of stuff that they have so much content that they can get to. And so now you got movies coming out. So you got um, Doctor Strange, which he was another spec that for WandaVision that probably he would come in because Wanda runs off with Doctor Strange. There's also Spider-Man's in there. I mean, there's so many different ways that Disney can play this, and again, this is probably just nothing more than a big money grab. They can throw on these shows like Captain America, and they can throw on WandaVision. They're going to throw out Loki. They're going to throw out whatever. Who knows what's next? I mean, it could be Fantastic Four. So I don't know.
Are you guys excited about the What If? I'm a big What If fan. Always collected them. I got both series, first and second series. I like them all. I'm kind of excited for it.
Yeah, I hope they have what if Hulk killed Wolverine or something, or Wolverine killed Hulk.
Right?
Now, are we getting those animated, or are we just getting those? Like, have we been getting WandaVision and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
I want to say it's animated, but with the actors' voices to it. So,
Yeah.
like Tony Stark is Tony Stark, or Robert Downey Jr.'s voice.
Right, I'd love to see it more animated. As much as I do enjoy the live action, I think it's paying homage to what it was back in the day, using our own imagination.
Well, I'm curious, are they going to bring in the Watcher into that too? Because that's what a What If is. He's in every episode. What if Wolverine killed Hulk, and what if
That would be
Punisher killed Spider-Man?
That is a solid point you brought up, Captain. I mean, if you saw through the Watcher's eyes, right, for this second arc of MCU with Galactus, that would make sense and make it pretty cool and unique. But we'll see.
Who do they have voicing the Watcher? Isn't it the guy from Westworld?
Oh, which one was it in? I think it was that.
What?
Trying to think. I want to say it's the Galaxy one, where it had Stan Lee and the Watchers all sitting on a rock, all talking.
I hope they save some Stanley lines to become the Watcher. That'd be awesome.
Dude, I just want to see the zombie man. That I can't wait if they do the zombies. That's what when he touched the what if. I can't wait. It's a lot of sick ass stories, and then it's what if Jane had became Thor, and that's another good one. I mean, and then what they did with the whole Asgardian stuff in the Thor movies, dude, you can just see how good they're gonna be able to do it. The second come around, man, it's gonna be special. They just got to give us more content at once instead of one show, because it's like, man, like I mean, even when they were running the Mandalorian, bro. Like, I mean, it was just the Mandalorian and that's it. Like, we gotta come on, Disney, get it together. Give us like three.
You gotta treasure the moment, KM. It's not like you're having sex with 4 different girls at the same time. You gotta focus on the person in front of you.
Pace yourself.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I wasn't saying all on Friday. Gee, I was saying one on Friday, one on Wednesday, maybe one on Monday.
In between.
Take a couple of days off just to marinate. My bad, J1. What did you think of episode 3, 4, and 5, brother?
Oh, dude. So when you saw John Walker starting to suffer from PTSD and the signs and everything else, you know, I've got tons of friends that have been through that kind of stuff, and yeah, I'm not saying I do, but you have memories and stuff like that, whether you like it or not, right? And his whole premise was all he wanted to do was to be a good guy. He wanted to try to live up to the image that he had painted in his mind of Captain America. And who was Captain America? To him was the super soldier, the man that did everything right, the guy that stood for justice and freedom. And all he was trying to do was do the same thing. And his first few days of even doing it, he's getting his butt kicked left and right by normal people, not even supervillains and super soldiers, right? Just highly trained soldiers. And you know that right there, man, that's a hit on the ego, whether you like it or not. And he had the biggest temptation he could ever have sitting right there in his hand. I mean, I understand why he did what he did, but at the same time, you know, the whole thing was that it was always that it amplified the good to be better and the bad to be worse. So I'm curious to see if he's going to be able to make it through it. You know, I'm hoping he has a moment of clarity somewhere along the line, and he grasps what's happened to him, and he gives the shield back, not taken from him, but gives it back, and comes to terms with what he's actually going through and what he's actually suffering with, and you know, finds a way to try to get help. And I think Falcon is going to be the one that talks him down from it, because that's what Falcon does for a living before he ever became the Falcon.
Right, a therapist, right?
Yeah.
I think that Jay, when you hit the entire series like nail on the head, because like Winter Soldier, it makes you comfortable with the uncomfortable sort of topics that Disney wants to, not Disney, but Marvel wants to present, right? Yes. And that's the epitome of like what the whole thing with Captain America was. WandaVision, sure, it was cool. It was like part of like some sort of, you were just lost in the character and the abilities and whatever else. But Captain America makes you kind of reflect on real life, on what's happening. And that's what I liked about Falcon and Winter Soldier, because it was much more real in a sense.
Oh yeah, hit a lot of issues, brother. Hit a lot of touchy issues, man. You know, like they didn't cut corners, dude. Like it was kind of like, you know, kind of fucked up. You know what they did to the other guy. What's his name? I always forget the guy that's in Compton.
Isaiah.
Yeah, Isaiah. There you go. And like, and how they were testing on them and this and that, and it wasn't like you kind of understood it as you were talking. Like he even explained it. Like, yeah, 2 of them were dead. A couple people couldn't control it. I ended up controlling the serum. I became the guinea pig. You know what I mean? But still, you know, like, and then what Jiho said, that's when it clicked me, because I was like, what did I say? I had to play a role in it. And Isaiah's role was that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of get what Jiho meant. At the end, I was like, all right, cool, because I was kind of wondering what was Isaiah's role. And even what Jiho said kind of opened up, because what the sister told the Falcon was true. Like, you know what I mean? You can't let somebody else's life decide yours. But the Falcon answered it right too, you know what I'm saying? Because you just got to take all the wrong and not act like you're gonna fix everything, because you can't fix everything by one person like that. Everybody gotta come together and fix the situation. You know what I mean?
It's scary
I
what
think
they
what
did to Isaac.
I think what J1 said was really freaking like awesome. Thinking about the PTSD aspect of Walker, that made him. That could make people do really messed up shit, and it's reality. He's faced a lot of stuff. He even said that the worst times in his entire life he was rewarded for it. So you would imagine that plays a big role on why he's kind of a douchebag. But the thing is that we got to remember is that Madam Hydra just stepped in, and she was an agent of Shield, like doing espionage with Shield. Went to Hydra, fucked with them for I think it's what is it, Leviathan, or there's another organization I can't remember.
I think you're right, Leviathan here.
I think it is Leviathan. So is she recruiting him for that? Like she like fucks everything up. She's not loyal to anything but basically herself. So I mean, maybe we're looking at something. Maybe we're looking at another story that's going to come out with John Walker.
What's up, Honda?
So yeah, I think that I was kind of upset because everybody was specking that Omega Red. It's going to be Omega Red's going to be the big guy coming out in 5, right? And I'm like, I can't ever put any faith in anybody saying anything's coming out because of all the shit with WandaVision. We just have to see for ourselves when it comes out. And that there's a big aspect, a big reason why they put her as that big, person entering the MCU. And I like to see how that's going to play out. And it looks like she's recruiting John Walker. So that's it. So.
Hey, Bixby did bring up a good point, because he become part of the Thunderbolts. Now, do you think that they mess it up halfway? That they do half and half. Half of the characters are like some of the Thunderbolts, and then the other half they make up. They just do add-ons.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because I think everybody gets always into those. It has to be the original team. I don't think it's always going to be the original team. I think they're going to mix it up a little bit. Even if we get the X-Men, what X-Men team do you think we get? You think we get Jean, Cyclops, Beast, Wolverine, Gambit? Or do you Jubilee? You think we get the 1991 version? Or you think we get the comic book Chris Claremont version? Pre-Claremont, my bad. Because Claremont was the one that brought Wolverine and all that team with Nightcrawler. Do we get
Miguel, Heaven Bixby brings up a great point with Black Widow and the Falcon Winter. I think there's a reason they pushed Black Widow so far.
Well, can I say something on that one?
Yep.
All right. So, from everything I know, Black Widow is a past story, right? It's in the past.
Right.
So, it was the only one that they could move freely without really changing timeline stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now it might reaffirm some stuff we've seen, but I don't think it's going to change anything because it's the longest. Like, it was supposed to come out like a year and a half ago, right?
Yeah.
It's the one that they've been able to keep pushing back and back and back because it doesn't affect the timeline in the MCU.
I think a lot of these key characters were waiting, like Omega Red and all these expectations we're waiting for, has more of a possibility to appear in Black Widow than in one of these shows.
I could see a freaking Omega Red tie-in with the Taskmaster on freaking Black Widow.
Yeah, I could see that happen.
And a tie-in for Black Widow. I don't think Thunderbolts are coming, but who was also big in Black Widow? Red Hulk. Very big spec. I think.
Oh, Thunderbolt Ross, yeah.
I think Thunderbolt Ross as a person is going to appear in episode 6. And that was my big spec of this week.
Now, see, the only reason that I do my kind of specking is that I don't spec on certain characters coming into the episodes and the stuff. What I like to follow and I like to do in my specking is when are we getting certain things and certain parts of the stuff in the show or certain characters to come out. Now, the way that it's all going and the way that it's all going high tech, you know how Cap is specking on the whole Avengers with the X-Men. I think how he was saying that. What I was thinking, and my point, I was thinking that we were going to get MODOK at one point because that brings what is it? AIM or Advanced? What is it called again? Advanced Idea Mechanics. And they were like really deep into like working after Hydra, right? Was it that the one after Hydra? If I'm not mistaken, the people that made MODOK, I might be wrong. I'm just asking the question on this one. Is AIM a big player in the game? And is MODOK going to be something that would be nice in y'all's point of view? I thought we were going to get something like that because with Tony Stark dead and all that right now, there's some villains that they never touched on in Iron Man. And I still didn't like that Mandarin, man. That was not the Mandarin. Iron Man 3, man. That is the most weakest Mandarin I've ever seen in my life. So I better get something out of this.
This is something I'm specking.
What is that?
This is the Avengers, the Terminatrix objective. This would tie in just about perfectly. U.S. agent, Thunderstrike, which we've seen Thor footage of him being leaked, dressed and looking like that, and War Machine.
Yeah, because all the originals are gone.
Well, War Machine would be perfect because they are coming out with Armor Wars. I mean,
exactly. This is something that I'm actually specking on.
Which I'm coming up with a little.
I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there.
What was that, Jim? My bad.
I said I've kept it a secret. I'll go ahead and throw it out there since we were talking about.
That's a badass spec, brother. I forgot about that stuff.
It's a 4-issue miniseries, and it's pretty amazing. But there you go. That's what you get from me today. Hopefully, y'all go find a few. They're still really, really cheap. And, yeah, I'd pick up a couple. No, Kevin, that's mine. Sorry, bud. But that's a good spec, I think. And every one of it, I think, is going to be, yeah. I mean, it ties in perfectly for, like, probably a year, maybe even 2 years from now. I think that's going to hit. Just saying.
All right, I just bought 2.
What up with the dudes? How you doing, brother?
What's up, Jelly? Now they're bidding on it. No.
Jelly fingers.
Now they're bidding on it. No.
Take it, guys. Go for it.
Well, you said it's a 4-part series. What's the number 4? What happens in number 4 of that 4-part series?
Oh man, I haven't read it. You're okay, Cap. You're good. I just knew the storyline, and knew about it, and like, dude, I've got tons of stuff that I haven't read, but so Kevin asked me what it was. It's called the Terminatrix Objective Avengers. It's a 4-issue limited series. And now that you've said that, Captain, I'm going to have to read it for next week. Thanks a lot. Updates to come.
What the Deuce claims it all?
It's going to be $28,000.
Don't listen to him with the Deuce. Don't listen to him.
Well, he gets the poster too. You're going to need about at least a 20-foot U-Haul. I'll let you back it right up to the driveway. We'll load all the boxes in, everything, and I'll just get out of comics completely.
So now, just to wrap it up, guys, starting with the Cap, what do you think we're gonna get on the last episode, boss? And what do you expect at the ending and the finale, leading into? What are we getting after this? See, I didn't. This is what I do not know. I haven't checked out. What are we getting after the Falcon and the Winter?
Loki.
We're getting Loki.
Yeah.
So, what is everybody's thoughts on the final show?
I think Peter Porker.
Oh my God.
Or Deadpool.
Or Deadpool.
Deadpool would be cool.
I know.
Hey, that would be crazy if we get Deadpool in one of these, man. I would be shocked.
Take him verse.
They might do that one for a what if. I don't know.
Hey, congrats, Thomas.
My thoughts on the Winter Soldier. I definitely think that in the suitcase, it's either going to be a new Falcon suit or a Captain America suit or a suit like from the comic books, where it's more covering his face and everything else like that. As far as anything else with that, I just like the series. I just like, the whole idea of it, that it touches on real feelings. And then it's not just chasing the bad guy all the time. You have family issues like the rest of us do, That's what I like about it. WandaVision, I could relate to a little bit, but I could relate to Captain America more than I could ever WandaVision, even though I have twin boys, but, altogether, I like it. And, in a year, everybody's going to forget about it anyways or rewatch it, because it's going to tie into some movie that's coming out. But all in all, I think it just keeps me entertained until another Marvel movie comes out or another DC movie comes out. That's pretty much what they're doing, is just entertaining us and hooking us and trying to reel us into another series.
Yeah, I think that
right.
they're doing a really good job. I mean, and they have the perfect storm because we're still in this COVID shit. So we're sitting at home, most of us, I'm in Florida. Florida's balls to the walls wide open. There's no mask mandate. There's no restrictions really. And I mean, if a business says they want you to wear a mask, you wear a mask. And I do it anyways, just because I courteous to others. But the thing is that they totally destroyed the movie theater industry. There's very few movie theaters. They need to get us back into those seats to make their big money. So, I can understand them holding off on shows not being released, movies not being released, hoping they can get them on a big screen and make more money. And good for them, for holding out on some movies. But eventually I think everything's just going to be homebound streaming services. And I mean, there's going to be, they're doing a really good job of bringing all these shows in, getting people talking about the shows, getting people speculating about the shows, interested in the characters, thinking about who the next character could be, which ties into all the comic books. It's blowing up the comic book industry again. People are spending money on books, and it's really an interesting time that we live in. And I think they're doing a really good job of pulling all these different shows in, and giving us choices and options, and keeping our brains going. I kind of enjoy all of them so far. And I've been going back and watching older shows. Like I'm going through Agents of Shield. That's a great freaking series. So
This might tell my age, but I actually like driving theaters, and they're pretty much gone. And I kind of see that's what happened to our theaters now,
I was just there last weekend, brother. I watched the 1968 Godzilla versus King Kong, and then they played the brand new one, and it was awesome.
wow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
Yeah, there's a couple drive-throughs still open over here. It's still nice.
Yeah, we have drive-throughs, but they're all swap shops and drive-ins.
Yeah, Loki is next in May, and then this summer is What If. Wow. Armor Wars. Man, all those are way out there, according to Disney's release schedule.
When are we getting
Wars
Armor Wars?
is that going to be an animated or?
I don't know. So next up is this is the progressional order they have up right now. Loki, What If, Ms. Marvel, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Secret Invasion, Ironheart, Armor Wars, I Am Groot, and the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special 2022. So they got it all the way up through Christmas of 2022.
Let's hope it's not like the Star Wars holiday Christmas special.
I was thinking
That
that
was
too.
horrible.
Miss Marvel's going to be Kamala Khan, and is that a animated or you don't know?
I don't know. Late 2021.
Well, you got Black Widow in there somewhere, and isn't there a Doctor Strange movie supposed to be coming out too?
You got Black Widow May 7th, Shang-Chi July 9th, Eternals November 5th, Spider-Man December 17th, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness March 25th. That's 2022.
Up next year, right? Yeah.
Yep. And then Thor Love and Thunder in May, Black Panther 2 in July, Captain Marvel 2 in November, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is in 2023, Blade, Quantum Mania, and then a Fantastic Four movie finally in 2023.
Oh my God, 2023.
Damn. God, till 2023? Jeez.
Yeah, but think about how long the MCU's been going, man.
Yeah, but here's something to think about. Fantastic Four is slipping in the market. It's perfect buy time for Fantastic Four.
Oh,
you want to get some of those old keys? Oh my God, dude, they're affordable. To a point.
Oh God, yeah.
Some of them are still stupid, but my God, buy time, because when Fantastic Four comes out, then forget it. Those books are going to be freaking untouchable.
That's silly.
God, Tom is a big hit.
But Mike, you need to watch this. I can say this: WandaVision is not for everyone.
Nope.
And if you can get through the first 3 episodes, I think you'll enjoy it. But Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 1, you're good to go.
They killed it, bro. They killed it. I can't wait for the last one.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's going to be one kick-ass show. We're going to get an extra long version of the show, right? An hour and a half.
Thomas, yes. Elsa Pataki.
I'm hopeful. I'm hoping for a double episode this next week. That way they can tie up some loose ends.
Wait, do you guys know who Elsa Pataki is?
No, I don't.
She is Thor's, I don't know the guy's name. What's Hemsworth? Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth?
His real wife. She
Oh,
starred
okay.
in one of the Fast and Furious movies. She is hot as hell.
She dated my buddy before Thor.
Oh, inside secrets.
So Thomas is friends with Vin Diesel.
Kevin, this honestly, man, like you said, I'm hoping the big surprise is we get 4 more episodes. I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think it's set up great for a second season. Depending on how they do the next episode. I mean, I don't know how you're going to continue on with WandaVision, but
no, but Cat hit it on the number though, because even though the shows are going on and the series are going to go on, the movies are still going to tie into the shows, and the shows are going to tie into the movies. So this is if we don't go back, look, it's either or. If we go back to the movie theaters, they're going to have the movies and the series to have on Disney Plus. And if the theaters take the big hit, which I hope they don't, because man, I really enjoyed just spending some time with the old lady, quiet, watching a movie. I really would love just to go back to some of that. If we could
really let you just cry on her shoulder like that?
Oh, dude. I mean, it was embarrassing, bro. So we went with some of our friends to go see Avengers, right? The last movie. So when Iron Man died, you know, it was weird to see my grown ass man crying on the ride, and then I'm looking at my wife. My wife thinks I'm gonna cry, right? I'm like, I'm good, babe. I'm good. And I turn, and my other friend is bawling out next to his wife. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
You guys putting me in the wrong situation here.
So what you're really saying is you enjoy spending quality time with AM in the movie theater, right?
Oh man, AM was actually asleep, man. We were like 12 deep, dude, and I think AM was awake at that part.
I thought it was your wife.
He's trying to. He'll probably get mad at me, but I caught his ass knocked out for at least 30 minutes of the movie. I just couldn't take a picture of him.
I wish you had the picture because you could just throw it up right
now. But yeah, man. It was awesome, bro. Another shout out that I actually wanted to do personally. Cap, is it your birthday in like 4 days, brother?
Thursday, actually, yeah.
Thursday, yeah, man. I was gonna go hang out. It's because it got stuck. I'm gonna change my YouTube name. It's because you'll see me on your channel as Denzel, but I'm not Denzel. That's the other AM on top of me. That's his account. It just stayed on my phone, so I've been watching your channel for a while. I've been commenting on your channel for a couple times, man. You guys got boo me, yeah. Hey, I told AM, by the time I'm done, man, with you, brother, I'm gonna make you a lovable guy. Everybody in the community is gonna know you, Denzel, and you're gonna be like, wait, how do I know you? Just look at me. But yeah, man, dude, Cap, I love shoot the shit, man. I love that, dude. Guys, this Cap's channel is awesome, man. With the Deuce is there sometimes. Bueller was there the last time, dude. Y'all trivia questions, man. It's fun, man. It's fun, dude. You guys gotta check out Cap's channel. Subscribe. I'm a subscriber, y'all. It's nothing but fun.
Cap, did I see you on
Marvelous Auction?
Well, no, not just that, but I think I saw you on the dude that does the impersonation of
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah, man. That guy's crazy. He looks just like him.
Yeah, everything with him. I want to get him on the show. You know, I actually want to get him on my game show. What do you see? And I hold up a comic book and you rename the comic book. Like, you know, it could have Yogi Bear licking a carrot or something. Just let your mind go wild and say whatever you got on your mind to say it. And then shoot the ship is I just bring in other people, community, just like you guys here, and we just talk ship, you know.
There you go.
Lame or Frame, I was on there for a year, so now we're bringing in more people. I think I'm on there this week because my birthday.
So it's actually your birthday this week.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can actually say happy birthday for real.
Right. Just like I did to you on your birthday. But I like that because, you know, if you say happy birthday to somebody that you're on the channel, you know, it makes them feel good and they smile. And, you know, to me, every day getting comic books is your birthday, you know.
Yeah.
You got a present, you got this. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah, I saw your unboxing, man. Dude, this guy, Cap, man, you buy comics, man. That box was huge. Like when he said he was doing an unboxing, it wasn't no little baby box, man. It was a big boy box.
It was 45 pounds. Me and my wife, we went to Marvelous auction, and we have this habit of, I'll just save it. Build me a box. Build me a box. Well, pretty soon Marvelous is like, I'm going to have to charge you rent because you're taking up a whole room here now. So we were like, all right, we'll pay everything. You know, everything's paid off. We always just add more shipping. And finally he was like, well, the ship this box is $89. And I'm like, all right. And he goes, you already have $200 credit left from what you've been paying. So I'm just going to ship it to you guys now. So, and the funny part is, out of 45 pounds of comic books, only 10% of that is mine, and the rest is the wife's.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was the Fire Harley Quinn and all that. I was in there. I was like, damn. I was like, is that Caps or is that Tori's?
That's Tori.
Yep.
Me, I like the heroes that we grew up with: Spider-Man, Superman, Batman. You know, that's the kind of comic books I really like to enjoy. Well, her as being a new collector, she prefers like female heroes, She-Hulks, zombie tramps, vampirellas, you know, and people are always like, oh, are you getting that vampirella for you? No, actually, that's for the wife. Harley Quinn's, you know, I like her, but the wife enjoys her. Blonde hair, half there and half crazy. You know, that's pretty much most blondes I've ever met.
You know, there's a matrix to that. It's the hot to crazy matrix. If you go look that up on YouTube, it's freaking amazing. It's like a 10 hot and a 10 and a 0 crazy is called a unicorn. They don't exist.
Yeah, and you know, crazy girls
they say it's probably a guy.
You know, we've all dated crazies on this panel, and they're only good for one thing, and it isn't with comic books.
Yeah,
that's very true. I myself am a portable and adaptable sex machine.
Hell yes.
With a lot of accessories.
A lot of add-ons, like a Sizzler buffet plate, practically.
Batteries not included.
Right.
J1 is a Swiss Army knife. That motherfucker.
Always ask the wife, what personality do I have today? She always answers with, which one do you want?
Whichever one keeps me out of trouble for the day.
Right. But I've already started that, so, you know, I'm already in trouble because I'm asking, you know.
I can understand that.
But she's great, you know, and a lot of people think, you know, if your spouse was a collector just like you know, your life would be easier. And I'm telling you, it's not. You know, everybody envies me because Tori collects too, and it's not, because 90% of the stuff that comes in the house goes to her first. And then she decides if she wants it, then I get it. You know, I get the scraps or whatever. Unless it's something I'm like, all right, I ordered this. Batman #2 for me. And she's like, maybe.
You get the
You
strap.
want this VF copy?
Yeah. I'm just thinking about the double the bill.
Oh no, I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. It's like
Yeah, Thomas. I was giving them time to shoot the shit, but it looks like we gotta cut it here because we got a
oh,
poser and pal auction.
we got the auction, and also too, boss. As a if you ever feel like coming and hang out and selling some comics, Cap, you're always welcome, man. Hit us up, Poser and Pals. We do it every Sunday afternoon. We get together. It's like shoot the shit, but selling comics and bullshitting at the same time. So you always welcome, boss. Like I'm so late to the party. I just barely found YouTube and all this stuff in the pandemic, and man, it connected me to all. Yeah, you can boo me. You can boo me. It's just I'm just like you, brother. I just started collecting like just recently again after a hiatus for a couple years because of the kids. So you continue to boo me. So I can relate to this about me and the wife collect. So she has her books. I have mine. Mine's are a little bit more expensive, but hers still come a pretty penny. So I get you. I get you. So that's why I was like, man, if you ever feel like you need a little extra dough like I do to collect some of my valuables, sometimes sometimes you'd be like, oh shit, I think I got about $200 to go get. No, you don't. You got about $100. Oh, okay. All right, I got $100.
So
But yeah, man, always
with
welcome.
that being
Brother.
said, we're gonna end it here. Appreciate each and every one that comes out and supports the channel each and every week. We'll be back next week with another topic, and hopefully some familiar faces as always.
That was loads of fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, peace.
Thank you.